Morning.
Hello.
It's Saturday morning.
Yes.
Did you know that?
I'm not really sure anymore. I actually thought it was Sunday.
Yeah, we were driving here. He's like, wait.
Post office truck drove by us. I said, why is the post office running on Sunday? It's not Sunday. Going to work.
Yeah. Although we're coming to work. We're working tomorrow also.
Yeah. So there's really no days off at this point. But
right. That's okay. That's how we work.
That's how it is. You own your own business.
Yeah.
What business would that be, by strange curiosity?
If you're just joining us and you have no idea who we are Warm N Cozy Quilting.
Yes.
Probably said that like in a little logo above it.
Yeah, it's actually down in the corner, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyway, anyway, we're Warm N Cozy Quilting.
Yes.
We're in Columbia, Illinois.
Yes.
So if you're close by, come see us.
Where at is Illinois? Because Illinois is a big state.
Right. So we are just southeast of St. Louis, so on the Illinois side,
Yeah.
obviously.
So southern Illinois. But
yes,
if you live across the river, you ain't that far from us.
it's not that far. Everybody thinks like that you got to cross that bridge, so it's like another continent.
Country. Like,
Yeah.
What?
No, you can come over. You can come over. It's not that far.
We are seriously, our building is it's less than 10 minutes from the JB Bridge.
Right.
So, you know where Telegraph, Coke Road, and then you got the JB Bridge?
Yeah, then you're
it's
almost
not even
here.
10 minutes.
You're almost here at that
And then you're
point.
in Columbia.
Right.
Which is a fine town, by the way.
Lots
I've
of
never
good
been.
places for lunch.
So much food choices.
Yeah.
The best.
And somehow we still end up getting McDonald's.
Yeah.
How is that? How do we end up at McDonald's?
Timing and efficiency.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's
Not
how
planning.
it is.
We have so many. Did you see
There was
that?
a lot of hellos that popped up there.
So Beth is on. Good morning,
Good
Beth.
morning, Beth.
And he will see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Bright and early.
And Pam, good morning. Hi, Carla.
Hello.
And Carla's going to be here with me tomorrow.
I'm sorry. I'm kidding. It'll be worth it.
So, and since Wendy is next, we'll just, talk
Right.
about this. for a
Hi,
second.
Wendy. How are you
Good
doing?
morning. So, I volunteered. Okay,
Talked into
immediately.
volunteering.
Immediately when someone says, I volunteered, you go, well, whatever it is, it's your own fault.
Self-inflicted.
Right? To help make the band silks. So for the color guard, they're flags, right? Yeah, I really didn't know what I was getting into. And it's probably going to be just fine. At this point, I'm scared. But it'll be okay. So Carla's like, oh, we can get this. It's no big. And then she's like, they're going to be
They'll be
beautiful.
pretty, for sure. But
They're going to be the best looking flags of
made by
anyone's.
quilters ever.
Made by quilters. So they're going to be like,
lay flat.
yeah, they're going to lay
They go
flat.
so flat.
They're going to be precision, Anyway. Oh, and thank you to everyone who's sharing. So good morning to Janice. And hi, Karen. Oh,
Hello, Karen.
Karen, I think your quilt's going on the machine today.
It is.
Good morning to Dorothy. Saw her this week.
Oh, hello, Dorothy.
Hi, Sandy.
Hello.
And Marlene down
Hello.
in Texas. Good morning. And Karen. Good morning to Karen. And Christy. Hi, Linda and
Hello.
Joanne.
Hello.
Good morning, Regina. Hi, Heather. Oh, listening in the car. Yeah,
Nice.
don't watch it. Yeah.
Mm-mm. That's not safe. Audio.
Unless you're not driving. I mean, I guess you could.
Could just be sitting in the car,
Right.
just looking at your phone, I guess.
Morning, Dolores. And hi to Anne.
Hello.
Good morning, Linda. And yeah, Beth's excited
Beth,
to see
you need to be excited. I'm excited.
Good morning to Mom.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Or Debbie, however you refer to her. And good morning to Bonnie.
Your Amara is a dream. Isn't it the best machine ever?
He got to see Bonnie yesterday.
Set up for a beautiful Amara.
Yes.
Whoa, what a champ of a machine that thing is. Love
Yeah.
it.
Good morning, Donna and LaDonna. That was funny. Back to back, Donna, LaDonna.
Spelled completely different.
Yes. Ooh, let's see. Then, Karen's happy her quilt's getting
Should be.
quilted.
Absolutely.
And hi to Jackie.
Hello.
Isn't it? So Jackie's
Washington,
our
West Coast.
West
So she gets up
Coaster.
real early in the morning to hang out with us,
Thank you.
which is fantastic.
Not even like watching on a rewatch. She's watching live.
Hardcore Warm and Cozy number
And
customer.
good morning to Mary and Jean. Ooh, Jean's going to bring us a quilt out today.
Ooh, exciting. I look forward to it. Oh, kid thing. All right,
Yeah,
get it.
yeah.
Safety first.
Okay. So,
I do realize that I just pointed to the west behind me, which is actually north, but actually west.
They don't know.
They don't know, but they could know.
But they could
Why
know.
is it that my west, whenever I point west, I always that
It's
way?
over there.
I'm always facing east in my mind.
No. How the heck does anybody know what your brain does?
I don't even know what my brain does.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So
it's been a long week.
We had vacation. And he keeps saying that. Just, roll with it.
Yes.
Let's see. We had a long arm certification class for rentals this week.
That was fun.
So he's taught a class. He's quilted, custom quilts.
Yeah.
All kinds of, and then setting up machines. And also we have lots of things going on now with kids and stuff like that.
Because they're back in school. And, oh, by the way, if you didn't know, it's band season.
Band season is huge for us. Whoop, whoop.
Mind you, the flag situation that's transpiring.
Yeah, it's band season, and I'm making flags tomorrow. So
it'll be fine.
Anyway, they'll be done on time.
Absolutely.
Somehow.
Thank you for sharing, Teresa. And good morning, Jane. See ya, Lake St. Louis.
Yeah, good morning.
Good fun.
And Mom thinks you're the best.
I know. I'm aware I am. Thank you for letting me know that.
Yeah, so it's band season. We have lots going on. So last night there was a football game. If you haven't been to a high school football game in a while, they're happening again.
They are. They're fun.
And yeah, it's pretty okay.
Missed them.
It's outside, so I don't feel as people-y. Even though there's lots of people, I don't feel like I'm getting peopled on.
Yes, there's enough room to spread out a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh my gosh, but there's so many kids.
Boy, the kids don't care though.
No.
Yelling at each other right next to each other. Kids.
Jason almost had a dad voice at some kids that weren't his kids.
Oh my gosh, that was almost scary.
But it was funny. The lady who sat next to him, she mommed him.
Or maybe grandma-ed him. Because a mom, I think, would have stood up and... But she was very much, you need to... That was funny.
And then they were like... And all of them straightened up.
Quiet.
Obviously
Nothing more from that section the rest of the game. It was fantastic.
Anyway, I was like, we could sit next to that lady every time. Take care of it.
It was funny.
So, and then today there's a parade in Waterloo.
That'll be fun.
So that's fun.
I look forward to that hot situation.
I don't like the heat.
Not a fan of it.
No.
So your mom tried to backtrack. You're the best too, also.
Oh, Mom, it's okay. I already knew that. But yeah, he needs to be told once in a while.
Sure, why not?
So, okay. I'm looking at I start reading the notes and then I'm like, wait.
I don't even know anymore what I've done here.
It says it's Fabric TV. Fabric TV is on Wednesday.
But we do talk about there is fabric involved.
Oh,
I am wearing fabric. So, not the same?
Anne went to the game last night. I didn't see Anne, but anyway, there was a lot of people there, so it's not unlikely that I would miss people.
Oh, yeah, we don't
I'm sure there was lots of people that were there.
We don't go getting in the crowd and trying to socialize.
I get there way early, and I sit way up top, and I'm done. I don't move until it's over. I get on the bleachers, and I get all the way to the back, so I have the fence behind me.
Right.
Then I have a chair.
We went through 4 years of high school with band with Vincent, and now this with Victoria, and we haven't figured out to buy the seats.
We still don't have we need to buy. Anybody out there?
You selling some?
Anybody know where you buy them?
Who knows a person?
Bleacher seats?
Because I could use some
I need a bleacher seat.
I need 4 of them. Because
we're going to get to these other stadiums, and we're not going to have our spot, you know?
It's going to be unfortunate.
I mean, last night I'm going, here, Lydia, go get me a water. Here, Lydia. And she wants to.
Right.
She's like, can I run? She wants to get up, go walk past her friend, and that kind of stuff. So
hang out with her friends for a second.
Yeah.
And then run back.
Right.
It's fine. It's a good time.
So, yeah. Anyway.
Football season. Every time I say the word season, all that goes through my mind is Looney Tunes, the rabbit season, duck season conversation. Do you know what I'm talking about?
It's rabbit
season.
Yeah.
Duck season. Every time I hear the word season, that's what my mind goes to. It's unfortunate. Permanently running cartoons. Putting on binding this morning, a quilt that Warm. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, Pam picked up her quilt this week, so now she's getting the binding on.
Fantastic.
And good morning to Robin.
Hello.
All right. So let's see.
So super important conversation.
Ooh,
most important conversation to talk about. Before we dive into anything of importance, which we're probably not going to super dive deep this week because I'm going to be honest with you, it was busy.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have the time I needed to properly prepare, but we're going to talk a little bit about some ruler stuff today.
Yeah.
Talk about a little bit, but more of anything, it's to let you guys know what's happening, not now, but like for September because it's our birth month. We're how old? 6 years old?
6 years old.
We've decided going with 6 years old.
Okay.
So there's going to be a lot of stuff going on.
Right.
But the biggest and most important thing is...
next week's sale?
Yes.
Okay. So next week we have our 579 sale. Bonus 10.
Bonus 10.
Okay.
I mean, it could have been 5, 7, 9, 10, but there's no fun in that. It just seems like
5, 7, 9, 10. That doesn't... Right.
My math skills are terrible bad.
So, buy 5 yards of fabric,
yes.
Get a yard free. So pretty much, I've been telling everybody this week, I'm like, here's a little flyer, tells you how to get free fabric. And they're like,
it's really what it
oh
is.
My gosh, free fabric. Right. So, you come in, you buy 5 yards of fabric, you're going to get 1 yard free.
Yes.
6th yard will be free. You buy 7 yards, you're going to get 2 yards free. 2 yards of fabric for free, okay? You buy 9 yards of fabric, you're going to get 3 yards free. Did you like that pause?
That was dramatic effect. Okay. That was great.
And if you buy 10 yards of fabric, you will get 5 yards for free.
5. That's a lot of fabric. You could do a lot of damage with 5 yards of fabric.
So if you buy 20 yards, what happens?
I have far too much fabric I have to hide from my spouse.
Right. But if you buy 20 yards, you will get 10 yards free. So yes, you don't just have to buy 10 and get 5 free.
So you're walking out of the door with 30 yards of fabric.
Right. I mean, now
let's put that in perspective. That's like 2 full bolts of fabric.
Right. But I would totally do that. I don't think that everyone shops this way. Just
not always.
Maybe me.
Mom shops in bulk.
I do. I like
bulk.
Oh, no, it does not have to all be the same fabric. Here's the only catch, if you will. Minimum 1 yard cuts.
1 yard.
So if you decide I need 3 yards of this gold and I want 1 yard of this white and I want 1 yard of this red, you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to cut you quarters. And
it's a lot of math that I have to keep up with.
And try to figure out when you're at 10. Well. No. But minimum 1 yard. So, but you don't have to just buy in ones.
Right.
You could buy 1.5 yards and 2.5. I can do this math.
Right.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So minimum 1 yard cuts does not have to be the same fabric. Can be clearance, can be whatever.
So the next question is going to be, so what if I want 5 yards of this Tim Holtz fabric, but then I want my free yard to be of the solids? Does it work that way? Or is it the computer's going to do just a general discount of things?
What's going to happen is once you hit level 1,
yes.
5 yards, 1 yard. So, we've got 6 yards in there. It's going to take and evenly distribute that discount, if you will. That free item is going to be discounted across.
Because our computer system is fun.
Yeah. Trying to give you something free it doesn't want to do. And I'm like, well, that's fine.
It's probably a better banker than we are.
I'll trick it into figuring out the right,
free.
The free. Yeah. So actually, it actually gives you a better deal.
Yeah.
That way.
It does.
So, Anyway,
so that's next week. Now, what days was
free
that?
Fabric.
Did we say what days those were?
I don't think so.
We should probably give them the specific dates.
So it's going to be next Friday and Saturday, which is September 3rd and 4th.
4th.
Okay.
Which means Friday is the day to be here.
Well,
to get what you want.
Absolutely, there will still be tons of fabric on Saturday. If you can't come on Friday, don't worry. But if you need to take off work and you need me to write you a note, I will.
Will you really?
Yeah. I don't know if it'll well.
I don't know how your boss is going to deal with that.
Here, this is from my quilt shop.
This is my quilt shop's fabric store owner. They said I have to be off work this day.
Right.
If you manage to make that work, let us know. I'd love to hear that story.
Yeah.
That could be quite fantastic.
Yeah.
Danielle got somebody out of work. She had to buy fabric.
Yeah. That would be pretty awesome.
I don't know. Yeah, that could be fun.
So then, so come get some fabric.
Yes.
Why in the heck would we do this?
Because there's a ton of fabric coming in September. So all the fabric we've been ordering that hasn't been coming, we're expecting to be coming in September.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's a huge order of K-facet fabric coming.
Yeah, K.
There's and all of the fall/winter season.
Yeah.
I have things coming. Like there's a new line from Tula Pink that's coming.
Oh, really?
It's sure note cover. Oh, absolutely. Donna,
Yeah,
I will write a note that says you must purchase. It was required by. I don't know.
I would stray away from required in like serious like hard words like that. But I mean, if you need a note that we say she really needs to be here to buy the fabric.
Yes, she cannot.
But she's not. It's not against your will. We're not. Right. You're not a hostage to us per se.
Right. But I can get you out of whatever you need to do on Friday. If you can't go to the grocery store Friday because you got to be here
again. The notes really mean nothing as a legalese. It doesn't mean anything.
Right.
You can't hold up in the court of law. Your husband says no. I can't. Your boss says no.
You're really trying to cover yourself. Who cares?
I really am, because I don't want to be writing notes for anybody.
Oh, well.
I'm scared of that.
Yeah.
But if I have to, so be it. Good morning, Jackie from Indiana. Yeah, it's gross and humid here too as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad it's all over.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's the big sale. That's going to be Friday and Saturday. That's next week. Make sure you come see it.
We do have an end of the bolt planned.
Oh, we do, because this is all in store only Thursday or Friday, Saturday.
Right.
So
we have an end of the bolt.
Sorry.
We have an end of the bolt sale. We're going to do on a Wednesday sale.
And it's going to be a Wednesday, middle of the month, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's like the 15th. I think.
Let's look here at this calendar. It will be I'm certain the 15th because it's our actual birthday.
Yeah, the 15th, which is our actual birthday.
So mark your calendars now. Wednesday, September 15th, will be an end of bolt sale.
So what I anticipate is there will be a lot of bolts that get thinned out over the third and fourth sale, right?
That's going to happen.
Some of those will get emptied completely, but some of them there will be a lot of thinned out bolts. So we'll do some skinny bolt sale on the 15th.
That'll be a good time. I look forward to this.
Yeah. Okay. So that'll be one that you'll want to be here live for sure.
Yeah.
Because it usually goes pretty fast and all gets sold out. So.
Okay.
But then there's some other things I think we have going on throughout the month. You know, just we'll have all of our Monday flash sales.
Right.
If you guys have been like coming into the shop and you've kind of fallen off of doing the online stuff, you're doing more in-person things, that's great.
Yeah.
But you really should check out our Monday flash sales. They this last Monday I gave 20% off of the fabric. Oh, yeah. The fabric I put on there
fabrics
was 20% off.
20% off.
So, sometimes I'll mark down $1 on a Wednesday live sale. But the Monday sales, I'm doing pretty good discounts. So, Monday starts at 9 a.m., goes until midnight. Mm-hmm. It's a category of fabric. Sometimes it's like this last week, it was Halloween. And good stuff at a discount. Yep. Warm N Cozy Quilting.com. Don't come to Facebook. That's not going to help you.
No, I don't live video on Mondays.
Yeah.
You're lucky I'm here on Saturdays.
How are they lucky?
I don't know. Because this is fun.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yay. There was something I was going to say. Oh, before I forget, I will forget before I get to the end of the show and I do all my rambling run-throughs. Our website, we have been able to update it so that you are able to sign in and create an account. So you go to the website, cozyquilting.com, and you can do a login.
I don't know.
And then I believe it's login or something. It's over on if you're on your phone, you have to hit the menu button at the top, and it'll show you that. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to have to create the sign-in, which use the email that you gave us when you came to shop with us. That will like
you now want me to look at my phone while you're
create a pass. Yeah, she's clearly going to just sidetrack
Warm N
completely.
Cozy Quilting.com.
You'll have to create a password for yourself, but then when you sign in, you'll have access to your order histories, all that information, things that you can kind of keep track of what's going on.
Right. Let's say you bought this background fabric and you're like, oh,
I don't remember what that was.
What is it? Do they have more of it? Right? You can go in your history and it says that it's gold shimmer because you know that you bought it, maybe it was last month, and it knows everything.
Right.
So you go in there and you're like, oh, yeah, look, okay, yeah, it was called gold shimmer. Then you go on the web, then you go, one page back, right, if you will, and in the search bar, type in gold shimmer.
Yep.
Boom. It comes up, or it doesn't because we're sold out.
Right.
But it comes up and you go, yes, I can order another yard. Frequently, I have people who, and we totally love this, that will call and say, do you know, I was there last week. I bought that gold. Do you remember me? And if you guys know me, if you've been in the shop, you know that I remember lots of things. Not always everything. Mm-hmm. But first of all, I remember who you are, and I remember everybody's name a lot of the time. And then...
Stop reading. Don't
oh my gosh. But then I can always go in your history. If you're in the shop and you knew nothing of this, what we're doing on the website, I can look it up and I can look up your history. If you don't give us your name,
right,
then I have nothing I can go back to.
Right.
I have once in a while people are out of town and they're like, passing through and they're probably not going to come back or whatever. But and I totally get that. But even if you're only a once a year shopper,
right, it's
good to have this account. You can decide not to get our newsletter so that you don't get that once a month email if that's, something you don't want. I don't know why you wouldn't want that. We're really fun.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, that's pretty awesome.
So,
okay, now I'm going to
a couple things I wanted to tell you about the site, creating the account. It will answer your question, Donna. One, yes, dangerously, you can store a credit card on this account. Yes. Dangerously.
Oh, because you could.
It turns into you click 2 buttons.
And now you've got what you need ordered.
Ta-da! So Victoria has learned this now. She has her own debit card. She's got a job. She's 15, but she's got a job. She's got her own card. And so now she can buy things in 2 clicks. And she's like, uh-oh. That was way too easy.
That money's gone. So, yes, you can store a credit card on it. You can also create a gift registry. So the holidays are coming.
A gift registry?
So you could go in there and set yourself up a list of things that you want. And then you can send that to those that are shopping for you. They do have to purchase it via that way. If they come into the store and purchase it, it won't come off your registry, which may be better for the surprise portion of it, but you could end up with 2 of those items, which again isn't always problematic.
And there's still some things, like I don't think we can see their registry.
I cannot see your registry. You would have to, I guess, share it with us directly, but I don't.
Right.
At this point, there are some
things I'm like, that would be better if the husband was coming in and I could go, oh, Carla, yeah, she wants
this.
Ooh, here it is.
Right.
And he gives me the money and everybody's happy.
Right.
You have to send him the information.
But that's okay.
I mean, hey, it's better than nothing,
right? Gives him something to work with.
I mean, I've been trying to go, okay, I'm going to write this down so that when,
right,
somebody comes in and says, hey, I'm so-and-so's husband, what does she want?
Exactly.
I'm like, not,
so
standing there.
I do want to address a couple comments that have popped up during this conversation. Jackie, you asked if we have an app. We do not. So a lot of the fabric shops that currently have apps are using Comments Sold. We don't use Comments Sold. We use a real human. It helps us keep costs down so that we can give you guys a better price on fabrics. So at this time, we're going to kind of keep our fingers crossed that our POS that we use is web-based. We'll eventually come up with that as an option.
Yeah.
But for right now, we don't have an app.
So you just actually have to go to
the website. But it's okay. It's still fun. We have a great website. It's laid out fairly well. If you haven't checked it out,
even on your mobile, it works very well on your mobile.
Yes.
And like on your mobile, okay, if you can't figure this out, get somebody to help you because I wouldn't be able to figure it out. But you can like bookmark things.
Yes.
So then you can just go straight
to it.
So then it's almost like an app. And I know that I am not technologically savvy at all. I'm like,
you try though. It's okay.
How? I'm getting so much better at the camera.
You're really getting better. Much better. She used to be, if something happened, like Bigfoot could have done the cha-cha in front of her, and there's no way a picture was happening.
Wait, hold on. Let me.
Picture it didn't happen. Danielle never happened.
He's leaving.
Never. Ahop says that she wishes she was crafty. You are crafty. You just have to try, Christy. Just do it. Come on up. We'll show you how it works. Yeah. Come on up. You can visit us. Yeah, you ain't that far away.
What's it, 12 hours?
Ain't that far.
It's no big deal.
Just over some mountains. Helpful hint from Carla. Oh, this is a good one. Don't leave your password out where your spouse can use it so they can come check on you. So
they can go, hold on, how much money have you spent?
I'm not responsible for that. I can't make notes to fix that.
Right.
You're on your own.
This was all used in the making of things. Yeah, no, I can't.
Because he is not responsible.
Not responsible for what you created. Now, the catch to that, though, is when it gets cold and they really want an extra blanket or an extra quilt.
Who are they going to turn to?
You're mad now? No.
Who are they going to turn to?
You better find somebody else.
Right.
Anyway. She was talking to Maddie while you heard that. Well, that's what happens. You have this playing in the background, and I see your name. I'm going to call you out. That's how that works. We are live. That's how things go. So you're out there, much like Christy just found out. If you comment, I will respond to you. It's okay. This is interactive.
That's okay. Yes.
We're here for that.
I think that there's a lot of people out there, and you don't have to say it.
You don't have to.
But it's pretty awesome when you do.
It makes us feel like you're actually watching.
We have been making so many new friends. Like, every day, there are more and more new customers who've never been to our shop.
I know, it's amazing.
Some people who have seen us, who passed by, scrolling on Facebook and found us that way.
Yeah.
Or saw our billboard.
Or somebody else saw the billboard and told them about it. I mean, it's so wonderful. So, anyway.
Excellent.
What else?
Ooh, okay. Well, do you want to talk a little bit about this?
I guess.
Just a hair?
Sure. Okay, so we've been talking about making a quilt, right?
Right.
And we made some blocks, and we did some borders, and we've done a lot of things.
Right.
And we talked about planning out your quilting.
Yes.
There's tools that you can use while you're quilting.
Right.
To get kind of the overall effect that you're looking for, right?
Right. And?
I don't know. Okay, I can't read. Don't read.
Yeah, stop looking at this. Stop it.
Okay, so free motion quilting is awesome, but you really have to practice. And I think the biggest thing is doodle, doodle, doodle.
Get a little sketchbook.
And
just a little pen.
I mean, every time you are sitting down with the TV on, doodle. Every time you're on hold with a stupid pharmacy that can't seem to get anything right.
Boy, that sounded like a story of reality.
Doodle. Okay.
Or with the phone company.
With the phone company. Yeah, if your phone is still not here after weeks. In process. Doodle. Right? Okay.
Right. Doodle. Weird, but okay.
Because you need to build that muscle memory. Loops and curls, loops and curls, loops and curls. Okay, stars and loops. All right, now what if I want to do pebbles? How do I make that? And now, how do I get in and out of that circle? And all those kind of things. Just really continuing to practice, because that's the only way that you're going to get better because at that point, first of all, you could tear it out of the book and throw it away. If it was horrible.
You could.
You could leave it in the book because who cares?
You could leave it in the book because then you can go back to it later on and realize, oh, I have gotten better.
And you're like, look at the progression, right? You could, you can erase, that kind of thing. When you start stitching, now you have to either take out stitches or you have to be okay with whatever you've done.
I'm going to be okay with it.
Yeah, but sometimes I'm like, oh man, I wouldn't be okay with that.
Yeah. That's okay.
I can't be okay with that. I got to do something. So, practice. But with free motion quilting, you can use rulers.
Yes.
You can use rulers on your domestic machine, on your long arms. I know you use rulers to plan your quilting when you are hand quilting.
Yes.
You'll use a stencil or you'll use a ruler and mark it, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So rulers are super helpful.
Yes.
Okay, why don't I drink this coffee?
Oh, she's going to drink her coffee. A couple very important things. If you're going to use rulers on your domestic, some machines, there's two different types. There's a low shank and a high shank. Apparently, there's an occasional mid shank in there somewhere.
Yeah, medium shank. I'm like,
medium. I don't know what that is.
Why can't you just be high or low?
You should be able to know this. Use your user manual, or if you can contact your retailer that you bought the machine from for more detail on that. But again, or Google search your machine and what type of shank you have. It'll tell you because Google knows everything. It's scary. But you want to make sure you have. Oh, thank you. Oh, uses hazelnut creamer. No, thank you. But what you don't want to do is use a low shank ruler with a high shank machine, because you're going to do what's called the needle meets ruler effect, which results in breaking of a couple things: the ruler and or the machine and the needle, or all three.
Maybe your eye.
Possibly your eye. So
that needle flies.
Safety glasses.
Her face would. Anyway.
Metal breaks. It goes wherever it wants. There's no stopping it. So, yeah, that's the breaking of the machine. The timing of your machine will be off, possibly. You're going to be talking to a repairman or woman. There are repair women out there. Not to be biased here. They do exist. So,
yes. So, Robin asked where the billboard is. I'm going to just...
You're going to sidetrack out of our conversation for a billboard.
Coming from Missouri to Illinois, across the Jefferson Barracks Bridge, on the Missouri side, just before you cross the bridge.
Digital billboard. So, it's digital.
You
It flips. You may or may not see it.
And the really cool thing with the digital billboard is we can put new things up there all the time.
Right.
So when we have like a sale, or we have another HQ event, so we can put stuff up on that billboard. We can at will. Nobody has
Who's
to.
Will?
Anyway, nobody has to get up there and redo the sign.
So again, making sure you use the right ruler shank combination. High shank rulers will not work with low shank machines because they don't fit. Too big. Your long arm machines, if you have a long arm, they are high shank. So you need the thicker rulers. Don't use a low shank with your long arm machine. You will be unhappy with the disastrous results.
I did have somebody who was going to hand quilt.
Yeah.
And she needed a ruler to make scallops. And then she was like,
look at all these rulers you got.
$30. She was like, $30? That's expensive for a ruler. Yes. That's because these are high shank rulers. They're super thick.
Yeah.
You can absolutely use these for marking your quilt. I don't know that I would want to spend $35. I totally get that for marking a quilt.
Right.
I mean, when you could really cut out a template and use that because you're not putting it up next to a machine.
Sure.
But when you buy long arm rulers, or when you buy rulers and then you use them with your machine, you can then also use it to mark your quilt. You can use it either way.
Yes.
I do get it. It is expensive if you're not going to use, but you have to have these thick rulers if you're going to put it next to a machine. You cannot go into the craft aisle with the Crayola stuff and they got all these cool stencils.
Not the same.
And these rulers are, $5.
Yeah.
But they're super thin. You cannot put that anywhere near your machine or you're just going to break it.
I'm not that brave.
All right. So I don't want to open this whole thing up. This is going to get hung up in the shop today, so you can come by and see it. And maybe we'll, post a picture or something.
Maybe. We'll see.
But Miss Carla McGuire.
Thank you, Carla.
Quilted this quilt, and there's free motion quilting. There's ruler work. There's lots of cool. There's maybe.
What's that?
Some pro stitcher.
I doubt it.
I think it's mostly
like
free motion.
Free motion to this bad boy.
Yeah. So,
I don't know. Carla's out there. Carla, did you pro stitcher any of this? Let me know. We'll find out.
I don't think so. But this, I think she used a ruler because she marked some of these sections were marked out with like a.
So did you tell him what this was?
Oh, I don't know. No, I didn't. Tell him. Why don't you tell him?
Who knows what this is? Raise your hand. Victoria, you can't over in the corner. You're not in the crowd. You are our number one customer, I think.
Yes, she is.
She says no pro stitcher on this one.
Okay.
Completely free motion and rulers. Fantastic work. This is the what is it again?
It's the Mad Hatter
Mad
quilt.
Hatter. I knew that.
So there's a little mouse, but it's around the table, has all the hats. And
Yes.
in the center has teapots and teacups. I'm not going to unfold it. I'm just going to come around and show the camera.
Oh, she's coming around. Okay, here it goes. Victoria, you might want to click the power button on that. Looks like the light went out on that bad boy. It's a second from the bottom.
Here I am really close to everyone. Okay.
Hello. Up close and personal.
So can you turn that so I can see what I'm doing?
Yeah, you're good there.
So this, Carla, you'll tell me if I'm wrong, but this I'm pretty sure she used a ruler for. And then also, I saw something else I wanted. Oh, like in the little hats where she did some straight lines. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Oh yeah, does it make the sound when you do that?
Oh my gosh,
this is my question.
Lines. Oh, I was probably really loud right there.
It wasn't that bad.
Okay.
I'm sure it's fine.
Anyway,
and yes, Robin, you're right. It is Tula Pink. Tula Pink's Mad Hatter. If you like the modernly bright colors, it is fantastic. We do have a couple of these left. Kits, that is. $200. Combine, get one of those kits before they're gone. And then you can see it fully done. And it is amazing.
Yes, it's going up on the wall today. Okay.
And she said, say yes, she used rulers there.
Okay, great.
Good call on that. Nice eye. Fantastic.
Yeah. So sometimes it is nice to have a lot of rulers, but
Yes.
you know, it's also nice to have just a couple rulers if you're just getting started.
Mm-hmm.
And having the right ruler at the right time is essential, right?
Which we don't have because the one I wanted here is not here because I forgot to grab it.
Oh.
Ill prepared.
You want her to run out there?
Do we need it that bad?
Okay. So there are...
It's on the bookshelf under the rulers.
Circle rulers.
Yeah.
There's 3 different circle rulers. The one
Look at all these circles. They're everywhere.
So I do like this one. Well, really, any of them are good. But this one is nice because then you also could just use the straight edge. So if you're doing circles, and then you're like, oh, but I just need to...
Straight line it.
To walk down or whatever, you can use that. It doesn't have markings necessarily that I would want if I was using it. You know, I'm not going to get that measurement of a 1/4 inch away.
So you're telling me that rulers are versatile. They don't have to just be the circle. Oh. So I could use this for a rectangle.
Can they see this that I don't know. That I have tape back here?
Handy grip. Dun, dun, dun. Thank you so much, camera person.
Okay. Circle rulers. We'll talk about some other things here. You talk about that one now.
This here, my friends, is the Versatool. In the world of rulers, this is the master of them all. Does that work?
Yes.
You think Candy Quilter will pay me for that logo?
I doubt it.
Worth a shot.
Okay, also I want to show them this. I'm going to walk show the camera again. On the back of the, you can hold it up on the back of the rulers, there is like this. Can you see that,
information?
Victoria?
I don't know what is going on with that light today.
I turned it off.
Oh, I thought
see
it just
how it gives you
off.
lots of options of what you can do. So you thought that circles just made circles.
No.
But did you know that?
Look at that.
You could do this?
It's like a double chain in there. There's a pea in a pod kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's flowers. That's amazing.
So, a wave ruler. Of course, you're going to do waves. Sure.
Sure, of course you're going to do waves.
But you could use and make like a chain.
Can you make like a tree and leaf?
You might be able to. Actually, there's a leaf.
Oh, you can make a tree and leaf. Yes, sorry. All right.
Okay, this
Not proud of myself right now.
I don't do the light part. I should just hand them to her, right? What am I doing?
You gotta cover his face, or else he'll...
It was refocusing. Yeah, it recognizes the face. Thank you, technology.
Yes.
You get the gist of it, though. They are very versatile in what they do. They're just because it's a wave doesn't mean it's only going to waves. Carol, she loves rulers. Yes, Carol, I know you love rulers, and you do an amazing job with them. Thank you for sharing the work you do.
Yeah. Also, so lots of design ideas. I love that. Also, Handy Quilter is great about putting out tons of videos.
Yes.
So there's lots of YouTube stuff you can watch. And I'm sure, like, if you bought a ruler to do a specific thing, and then you're like, Okay, I paid $35. Now what? Then I'm going to go on Handy Quilters YouTube and I'm going to put in wave ruler and see what else is out there.
Because there will be things.
There's additional information.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
What happens if I buy this ruler?
Ooh.
Or I see this ruler and I think, I need this ruler in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But Danielle, I don't own a Handy Quilter.
You can absolutely use that with any long arm machine or any high shank machine. You do not have to have an HG
So
machine.
rulers are not brand specific. So if
No.
you happen to be in the shop and you're checking out the ruler selection because you need something to work with, you absolutely can use these. It's okay.
So then another thing that's really cool is, okay, we've talked about practicing. I just got done saying doodle doodle, right?
Sorry.
So then you're getting this ruler out and you're going to just start going. No, you're going to want to practice a little bit with this. So can we get that whiteboard?
Yeah. Good morning, Sherry Joe. Don't worry, I forgot it was Saturday as well.
Yeah, he thought it was Sunday.
I don't know what's happening here.
Oh, what am I doing here? Okay,
What
so
is that
these
there?
little things here, these are stitch line discs.
Yes.
And what they do is they're going to put you a 1/4 inch away from your ruler because you're going to have a 1/4 inch foot, right?
Yes.
So when you go to quilt this, you're not going to make this exact thing because your needle is not going to be right up next to it. It's going to be a 1/4 inch away.
It is.
So what does that look like?
What does that look like?
So let's get out this one.
Okay.
Do you want, I mean, I guess the wave one's okay. I don't know. Or
I
you want me to
mean-
use the one that's already out?
I don't know. Do you guys care either way? I don't think
All
I
of
care.
these rulers also have, and I know you probably, there's lots of good markings.
There's,
so
grids
if
on there.
you want to be so far away from your seam, you're going to lay that on your seam and then you're going to, So, okay.
Here, you want me to hold that there?
Yeah.
Magically, I hold it with my hands.
All of these little discs have a different size hole. So if you are using a very fine tip pen or you have a fat marker, you're going to have the right little hole to put it in. Do you want to take this and show them the back side?
Yeah, show
so
them
they
that
can
things.
see? But then I put my pin in and I can do this.
Oh, that worked out really well, Danielle.
Yeah. And I can really kind
Look
of
at that
practice
wave.
on it.
See that? It's like a real wave on an ocean.
Right. But then you can see kind of how
Do it again.
far away. Okay, so yeah. So then I could measure. Oh,
Where
what
is
would
your-
even be better is if you were to be able to go up above it and I could measure, okay, now I'm an inch away from that. And I've got my doohickey. Oh my gosh.
What are you? It's a lot easier when things are laying flat on the
Right.
surface. Ooh, here we go. Usually this isn't a multi-man job. See, look at
Oh my
that.
gosh, Carla is at home cracking up.
She
I
is. She's cringing at
guarantee.
every bit of this. So look at that. Ta-da! And then you could
So,
doodle through that vine.
right. So then I could do my pebbles. Those aren't really good pebbles.
You should have been practicing your pebbles for homework this month.
I know. Anyway, you could put something in between there.
See
And you
that?
could do that free motion, like without a ruler, or you could get out your circles and put circles that actually fit all the way through.
That's
So
kind of
just show them
magical.
the back. there.
No, you were,
Yeah, go ahead.
Lean it a little forward so that way you don't get the glare. There you go. And those are from Westerly. We do have some in stock still. They're just little discs, and you can see they got different variation diameters there, as Danielle said. So if you're using a fine tip wet erase or dry erase or whatever you're using, it'll work out really well to kind of give you that feel of using it with your ruler.
and we use them in the shop all the time.
Yeah. So Victoria loves to free motion quilt, and she also has been working with design options and really trying to figure out, okay, what does this ruler do? What is it actually going to look like when I put that on this quilt? So we have preview paper.
Yeah.
I'm sure we've talked about that before. It's just like it's clear paper that you can lay across and you can write on, and then you can, like with a dry erase, and you can wipe it off. So we could have the Clearview paper crossed here, have our rulers, doodle on the dang quilt, except
Doodle.
you're not on the quilt.
No, you're on the preview paper.
Right. And then you could say, yeah, I really like that, size of that clamshell, or I like the size. So this here is a whole set of ovals.
Them are some giant ovals.
So I thought this is one, and see, since it's still in the plastic, they're all three together.
But it's three different ones.
Yeah, and also you have the outside, the inside, the outside, the inside, the outside. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
I do see what you're saying. That's pretty fantastic. So, like, if you took this center ring out and you just did this one and then the inside one and then you piano keyed inside of it, it would look like you had, like, a sun ray thing.
Yeah, happening. Very cool. So,
magic. Lots
of fun things to do with rulers.
Rulers are fun. They just take time and practice. Isn't that right, Carol? You know that.
Yeah, there's also, of course, there's tricks.
Like magician tricks?
So I think that handy grip is essential.
Yes.
You saw how much I just slid on the dang board. You don't want your fast moving machine going and your ruler sliding. We've all had rulers that slide when we cut or when we measure, and we're like, dang.
Worst.
So you can absolutely put handy grip on the back of any ruler. Okay, I don't know about any, but most. And the cool thing about handy grip is it's like sandpaper-ish.
It's got more of a silicone feel to it, so it's a little more grippy than sandpaper, which is
I don't know
more of
that any of you have ever been skateboarders.
For those skaters out there.
But, that's like skater tape.
It's very similar.
You put, a skateboard is made with this stuff on the top. Anyway, okay, that's not helpful to anyone. Okay,
it might be helpful to a couple people.
It's not like sandpaper. It's like...
Because sandpaper wears down. This does not wear down.
Right. That has more of a texture to it, so that way there's more, friction holding it in place.
Can you guys hear me?
Smooth. They can hear me.
Okay.
That's why I had to take the headphones off, because I can hear the echo.
I see. So, it's got a grip to it. So one thing that you do want to do is if you're using a satin material, this is going to grip and it might snag that. So you don't want to use that on some, really Be
mindful of it.
Right. Also, you don't want to then, if you have all of your rulers with tape on them, if you start stacking your rulers on top of each other, you could scratch your other ruler.
You know what the best trick to that is? Keep your packaging. Keep them in the package. Also, you have the little cheat sheet of what you can do with your ruler. You got your design
ideas. Yeah, if you throw it back in the package, it's not going to scratch the other one, so that's a great idea. If you've already tossed yours, you can put painter's tape over these, and then they will stack nicely. Or you're just going to do in every other situation,
Just like
that. Does that make sense?
I kind of felt like
so if you have a material that this is going to snag on, can I now no longer use this ruler on that fabric?
No, just flip it over.
Flip it over.
Just flip it over, guys.
So you want to put some even pressure on the ruler because you don't want it kind of flip.
Oh, hey, Carla said that. Flip it over if you're on a delicate fabric. Thank you.
Thank you, Carla. So,
and hello, Pam. Thanks for joining us, even if it's late.
Yes.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Sort of. I mean, see is relative.
Right. Yeah, and like I said, great markings that will give you, if you want to echo your lines out, or if you want to echo your rays, or any of those kind of things. So, yeah, the Versatool is really nice. Did you already talk about straight line?
I talked about nothing about it other than it was the master of all rulers.
So it's got a straight line, and it's got a nice little stop on either end.
Yes. Which
is great when you're first learning to use rulers, because as you saw when I did that wave, I went, oh, right, because I had no way to stop.
She fell off the face of the earth.
This is it's a good, nice run. It's not real long ruler where I'm then, I have to move my hand and the machine's going and I'm, concerned with all of that. I've got a nice start and stop point. Then I move my ruler, start, stop, on and on. Has many markings for that. Has a nice 90-degree angle. If you need to do some chevron type thing, that would be kind of cool with that.
Yes.
It has a good arc, and it will make a complete circle. It also has this little divot right here that your foot will fit in. If you just need something to help
guide
the machine.
So you're not putting your hand
here's
in
the
there.
Machine, here's the foot, and then it gives me a little extra room that I can kind of guide things.
Yes.
The end.
Okay. Rulers, they're there. If you haven't used them, try them.
Yeah.
They're fun. If you do everything computerized, try them. They're fun.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what's the point?
Sometimes, so Carla and I were talking yesterday. She has done free motion quilting forever. She loves using rulers. She has a computerized system now. Okay, so, but she always goes back to, yeah, but I know I can do that with a ruler. And also learning the machine, you're like, okay, wait, how would I do that with the machine, with the computer, rather than the ruler? So she started to do some things with the computerized part of it, and she's like, I think it takes longer. Sometimes I could grab the ruler and do it faster than the computer would do it. So,
true statement. Does happen
sometimes people are like, oh, I guess the only way to get good is to buy a machine with a computer, and then it's just going to do all the work for me. It's good to have all of these things in your toolbox, and then you can decide for this project what I need to use.
Right. Excellent. Any questions on rulers? Okay. That was your chance. Moving past it.
Okay.
But talking about the other things, that's the end of it because we're about running out of time here. Monday flash sale. Make sure you check out the website. Monday, create your account so that you can sign and keep track of what you've purchased. Create yourself some shopping lists for the shopping season that is coming up. Holiday season. Get what you actually want.
What is it? You said shopping list.
Whatever you want to call them. Words blank.
Why are you looking at me? Don't know.
Registration. For a
registry.
Gift.
It's a registry.
Gift registry. Wow. I actually may have had it in here somewhere.
Yeah,
there it is. It says registry right there.
This is totally scripted. Can you tell?
Not at all. Simply a guide.
Yeah.
So yes, make sure you sign up for your account on there. All that good stuff. Wednesday, we will be back again at 5 p.m. Central Time for our regular scheduled weekly live sale.
For Fabric TV.
Fabric TV. You know what we're selling this week? We don't either. Come and find out what it is. In the process of that, make sure you're sharing the content that we put out. Every time you share a post and then comment that you shared that post, you get put on the wheel of names. Okay? So, share. Just keep sharing and comment that you shared, and you'll be on the wheel of names, and then you might win something on Wednesday.
Somebody won a book and 3 one-yard pieces.
Brand new, like just out of the box, off the press, 3-yard kit book. The newest one from Fabric Cafe. Congratulations, Donna.
I don't know who won.
It was Donna.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Austin?
I was standing there holding the screen. I'm confident.
I was here too. I don't know.
I think you might have been sleeping.
Congratulations.
Also, other things coming up this week to be aware of. Thursday, September 2nd. That is in like 5 days. That is our monthly long arm, Cozy Quilters long arm group Zoom meeting.
Oh, yeah, Thursday. Right.
That will be Thursday, 7 Central. We will post meeting link information for the Zoom. If you are not in the group, join the group.
Right.
Be at the meeting. We encourage participation.
Do you have to have a handy quilter?
You do not have to handy
quilter.
quilter.
Do you have to have a long arm?
You do not have to have a long arm.
Do you have to like quilts?
I would suggest it. Otherwise, you're not going to enjoy the class near as much.
Right.
Yes. If you don't own one at all and you're just curious in the whole process and you want to come and join and learn something fun, join the group.
Yes.
Come to the Zoom meeting. It's at 7 o'clock. We only take about an hour, hang out, talk. It's not even really a class. It's just, discussion. It's a good time. It's enjoyable.
Great.
So come there, be there. It's fun. And then next Saturday.
Friday and Saturday is the sale.
The sale.
And then next Saturday is
Stash Pot Pie.
Jason's birthday.
Yes. But more importantly, Stash Pot Pie. So you need to have your August patterns done by next Saturday at midnight.
And then you get the free one.
And then you get September's pattern for free, which don't forget, September's pattern is the
card trick.
Card trick. I almost said deck of cards. Not right. Anyway, you'll get that pattern for free and then continue on through the rest of the year. I don't think I have anything else at this point. I think that's everything.
Oh my gosh.
That paper didn't want to leave.
Did it land on your head?
It did momentarily. That was bizarre. There it is. Whoop, see that?
Oh my gosh.
That's why I'm watching in delay sometimes.
Right.
If I've got nothing else, what do you got? Anything more? We got a lot to do today. A whole lot to do
Oh,
today.
there's a class today.
Yeah.
There's a parade tonight.
Parade.
We're excited.
I love a parade.
Do you? Really? Okay.
I love a parade.
She was singing the song. She loves a parade. Who doesn't, I guess.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah. So I think that's all we got for now. And we will see you either in store or on the internet.
One way or the other.
Bye.
Bye.